welcome to FireStar Tarot. So before we get into the reading, you guys, I do want to talk a little bit with you guys and just let you guys know why I'm going live in the first place. Obviously my setup is a little bit different. I'm just recording live from my living room, right? Hold on one second, you guys, let me turn this down. So I'm going to give everybody a few minutes to hop on, and yeah, for those of you guys catching this live, obviously, this is going to be a live interaction. It is going to be an in-depth love reading. Remember, you guys, the same rules apply here as they do in the pre-recorded readings, right? So yes, the roles can be switched. Of course, put yourself where you need to, just don't make things fit. Let's see, you guys. When I speak of masculine or feminine, I am referring to both of the energies we all possess, okay? Now, obviously, I am really nervous when I first go live, so it just is what it is, right? I think we all can be a little nervous when we go live. Let's see, you guys. I just want to make sure I go over all the rules, and then I want to tell you guys, obviously, why I'm going live in the first place. Let's see, you guys. So, again, the roles can be switched. Put yourself where you need to. Just don't make things fit. Don't forget to say hello in the chats. Let me know where you're from. Let everybody else know where you're from. So the reason I'm going live in the first place, right? Story time before we get into your in-depth love reading. So I have 4 kids that are here at home. My oldest has graduated and moved off with her boyfriend, but because I still have 4 little ones in the house, obviously it's summertime and they're constantly here. So I haven't been able to pre-record. I haven't been able to edit. So obviously I had to take off a week just to kind of get into the routine of things. And so now I'm kind of coming back into this, right? So I will be going live here for a while anyways, just while the kids are here, just to make it easier on me so that I can still cook, clean, and do all that good stuff. So we will go back to the view of the desk and we will do pre-recorded readings in the future. But like I said, right now, it's just a little hard with the kids. So yeah, I'm super nervous. I don't know why. But I did want this to just be a really intimate session, right? I wanted to kind of just chat with you guys. And then we'll get into the reading. Now I want to kick it off with just overall messages first. Now obviously if you are watching this live, definitely put your energy into the chats. I'm not going to be answering personal questions, but what I am going to do is, right now there's only one of you guys watching, right? So obviously it's going to be a little bit more personal. The less people we have in here, the more personal it's going to be. The more people that step in, obviously the more collective it's going to be, right? So remember, take what resonates, leave what doesn't. I wanted to just kind of kick it off with messages for you guys first, and then we'll get into love, okay? So the first message that's coming through for someone, you're receiving, you need a good cry. Now, I'm not going to be using that many cuss words, you guys. Obviously, I do try to monetize my videos. Every now and then one does slip out though, right? But it feels like you are holding something in, or someone is holding something in collective, right? So it feels like emotionally you've been going through some things, something that's been bothering you, but it feels like you're not telling anybody. It feels like you're not expressing it, and it feels like you're keeping it in, right? So bottling all those emotions in. You're also receiving, you're giving away your power, okay? So it feels like there's something here that you constantly give your emotions to, but you don't express it, right? So this is emotionally constantly thinking about someone you love, right? Thinking about how they've done things to you. Thinking about what you went through emotionally with this person, but again, keeping it bottled up inside. It feels like there's a lack of self-confidence, right? And again, this can be for all of you guys. This can be just for a few of you guys. It doesn't have to be, again, if it's not your message, just let it go. But again, it just feels like needing to release this, right? Needing to release whatever this is that you've been keeping inside. I just feel like you think about it so much that it ends up just beating you up, right? It feels like you think about this all the time. You don't express it. You don't talk to nobody about it. And it feels like, at some point I feel like you did cry a lot, but I feel like you haven't cried in a while, right? And I feel like that's what universe is kind of saying you need. You need to cry. You need to let it out. But it also feels like the reason you need to let it out is because it's toxic, right? I had shared a meme on Facebook a long time ago, for those of you guys that had followed me on Facebook. I recently deleted my Facebook, but I posted a post a while back, and it was referring to just, dealing with things and keeping them inside, and not realizing that by keeping your emotions inside, by keeping, whether it's regret, resentment, right, anger, sadness, whatever, by keeping it inside, all it's doing is creating more toxicity, and it's eating you from the inside out, right? So it's like acid in a container, right? When you store acid in a container, eventually that acid eats through the container, right? So again, it feels like whatever you guys have been bottling up, it's just, again, it's creating a lot of stress that hasn't been able to be faced, right? Does that make sense? So it feels like that stress is just building up, that those emotions are just building up. Again, it feels like you've lost yourself, you've lost your self-confidence, right? And again, it feels like because you haven't released it. And maybe it's because obviously, for some of you guys, there's no communication. You haven't been able to talk to someone, right? You haven't been able to tell someone what you feel or how you felt since they haven't been around, or how you feel when they are, when they aren't around. Again, it just feels like that message was for someone who's dealing with someone who, again, they can't release what they feel. They can't express what they feel. So it feels like needing to talk to yourself, needing to talk to universe, needing to talk to someone, right? Stop holding back, right? It feels like you're afraid to say something because someone may judge you. Take a trip, right? Go see something, go do something, talk to people, right? So again, it feels like whatever you've been going through, it's almost changed you, right? It's like you don't hang out with people. You don't find joy in hanging out with your friends. Or if you do, you just find yourself kind of like, this isn't what I want, right? There's still something missing. So again, it feels like you need to go out. You need to do things here. Again, you guys, just give me some time. Usually kicking off the reading, it's going to be a little bit hit or miss. As we get deeper into the reading, as more people hop on, as more energy comes through, we'll get deeper and deeper. If you are pissed at where you are, then stop taking yourself there, okay? So it feels like you've made, or at least it feels like, right? And again, this is coming from yourself, not me judging, right? This is you looking in the mirror and saying, I've made some poor choices. So it feels like you feel like you've made poor choices, or you've made the wrong choices. And I feel like, it's almost sitting in that energy and not doing anything. So continuing to make poor choices, or feeling like you're going to continue on making poor choices. You need a hug, right? It feels like you need people. You need someone to tell you it's okay. Again, it feels like you've gone into hermit mode, right? It feels like whatever you've been through emotionally, right? Everything that you've been bottling up, everything that you haven't been able to release, that you need to release, right? Because the universe is saying to release it. Again, it's creating toxicity. It's making you feel less of a person. It's making you feel like, you're miserable. It's making you feel like you don't deserve anything better. Again, it feels like those emotions that you've bottled up have destroyed you. And again, it feels like you need to get out. You need to hang out with your friends. You need to start doing something. So again, I feel like I'm really speaking to those of you guys where a broken heart has made you hermit mode, right? And I don't mean like hermit mode, like I'm going within introspection. I feel like it's made you literally stay at home. It's made you not want to experience life. It's made you miserable, right? Again, it feels like love treated you unfairly, and it feels like you continue to treat yourself unfairly. So again, it feels like you need to change, but it also feels like you need to let people help you, right? You need to let people give you a hug, right? You need to express your emotions to someone. You need to release it here. I'm getting like, when you constantly think things in your head over and over again, right? That's what I feel like you're doing. You're just constantly thinking of things. It feels like a lot of noise in your head, constantly thinking of the choices you made. And it feels like because we have now excuse me, I cannot speak. I'm nervous, you guys. I apologize. Now is not the time, right? So it feels like you're wanting something to happen now, or you're wanting, I don't want to say someone to fix something. It just feels like you've been damaged, you've been emotionally hurt, and it's like, I want the person who hurt me to fix things. I want the person who hurt me to give me, comfort, to give me closure, to tell me it's okay. Again, it feels like universe is saying to focus on yourself, that right now is not the time. It feels like you're not eating. again, it feels like you're emotional, but you're not letting anybody see that you're emotional, right? Again, this is all inside. This is, I'm not expressing this to anybody. I'm not telling anybody about it. I'm keeping it to myself. And again, it's damaging here. Universe, any more overall messages before we get into the love reading? I'm probably going to spend about 15 minutes just with the overall messages, and then we'll get into the actual love reading. That way you guys actually know who the in-depth love reading is for. You are the best thing to ever happen to you, right? So again, it feels like even though someone has let you down, even though, you know, love has failed you, it feels like needing to see that you are love, right? That you are worthy of love, that you are the best thing that can happen to you, right? You don't need this best person, or you don't need this person or someone else or anybody else to make you feel special. You need yourself to make you feel special. So again, it feels like, and again, I'm going to repeat myself a lot, you guys. That's just my nerves. And obviously it's not edited. So I usually edit out the ums, the breaks, all that good stuff, all that junk. It just feels like you're not seeing your worth, right? You're feeling down. You're feeling not yourself because someone didn't see who you were, right? But again, it feels like the issue here is that you're not seeing who you are yourself, right? It's like you're seeing this person, but you're not seeing you, or you're seeing what's been done to you or what you've been through, because maybe it's not a person, right? Maybe it's just in life general, everything you've been through. Again, it feels like you've been let down, you've been disappointed, therefore you feel like a disappointment, you feel like a letdown. Look, it'll lie to your face. That is the lie here, right? Sometimes people make shitty choices, and sometimes you have to feel the repercussions of those shitty choices that other people make. But again, you are not shitty because that person treated you shitty. Does that make sense? So again, it feels like the lie here is you lying to yourself that you're not worthy. And I feel like this affects money too, right? Because if you're not, you know, if you're not confident with who you are, how you feel, right, and what you deserve, clearly, right, it's going to follow you with everything you do in life, right? So it's going to affect your money. Again, right, get after it, right? It feels like heartbreak has stopped you from chasing your dreams or has postponed your dreams, right? Again, it feels hectic in the head. It feels like I can't get anything done because I'm hurt. I can't express it. I constantly think about it, right? Again, it feels like insanity. It feels like chaos, and it feels like that chaos stops you from doing anything. And it doesn't, and I'm not saying that you don't do things. It just feels like every time you start to do something, the energy's not there because you're depleted, right? Because you're lacking, right? For some of you guys, you're still speaking to this person, right? Because it says drink a smoothie, unfriend that a-hole, right? And throw some things out, right? Declutter, cleanse. Just a heads up, you guys, you may see a kid, you may hear something. Again, everybody's in their rooms, but this is a live experience you're getting. But again, it feels like some of you guys may be friends with this person or still communicating with this person, and it's needing to different, or like to, you know, if you're following them, right, maybe they're not speaking to you. Maybe you guys aren't having conversations, but maybe you guys are still friends on social media. If you are, universe is saying to unfriend them. Maybe you're seeing what they're still going through. Maybe they've gotten a new relationship, right? Maybe they're just being really disrespectful to themselves or to just you. It feels like whoever that message is for, it feels like that person is intentionally doing things to hurt you, right? Needing to remove friends, maybe that's what this is too. Maybe for some of you guys, you're just going through some things like with friends, like feeling like you don't have friends, but also being afraid to get out there and meet new people. So again, needing to meet new people, right? Again, needing to express, needing to release, not doing it, right? Again, it feels like you're constantly just thinking, and there's no peace here. There's no quietness from it. I don't know why I get, it's like, how can I explain this, right? It feels like every second that you get to like put the energy into yourself, again, it just feels like you're haunted by something, or I don't know how to say it. It just feels like you can't stop thinking about this person, right? You can't stop feeling the emotions of what is not or what didn't work out. I'm also getting that some of you guys need to go out there and meet someone, even if it's a one-night stand, right? It feels like you're hung up on one person in particular, and it feels like that one person stresses you the hell out, straight up. So again, there's this energy of needing to get out there and needing to get laid, okay? It feels like, and especially for those of you guys who haven't been intimate with anyone else since that person hurt you. It feels like you may be afraid to get intimate because you're afraid, again, love's failed me, if I get close. And especially for my feminine energies out there, right? Feminines tend to, not all, okay? And if you're not in that category, that just means you're predominantly in your masculine energy, okay? But most women, the second they get intimate, it's a different experience, right? That's love for a woman, right? For a female, right? For feminine energy, again, sex does not have to be specific here. Excuse me, I'm stuttering. It just feels like, again, I'm afraid to get intimate because I fall in love. I'm afraid to get intimate because the last time I got intimate, it hurt. But universe is saying, go get laid, right? Feels like you're afraid to move on. Feels like you don't sleep, but it feels like there's so many things successful in your life. So it's not like, you know, even though I'm hurting emotionally, even though I'm bottling things up, even though I'm, you know, I don't want to say losing yourself because it doesn't feel like you've lost yourself. It just feels like, again, what you constantly think about, what you constantly feel has consumed you to the point where you, again, have kind of just lost the momentum. You've kind of lost the energy, the direction, right, when it comes to you. So yeah, let's go through another deck here. I'm not necessarily really shuffling here, you guys. We're just going through the decks. Obviously, there's only 3 of you guys on right now. Again, it's going to get a little bit more intimate and personal for you guys. And again, just it is what it is, right? So universe, let's tap into the collective so far. We have regeneration. So it feels like, right, someone wants to renew things, not for you, renew things with something that wasn't meant for you or is not meant for you, because we got the card of right now, right? So this is giving me those vibes of literally things ending, you know, with you and someone. And it feels like that ending was a shit show, right? Feel like this person made you look like, I'm cussing a lot, so I may not get monetized in this video. It's okay, I really don't care. This feels like what you went through with this person was just chaos, right? It was so disrespectful. It made you feel like you were a hot mess, right? The whole situation, the whole breakup, the whole ending, it was just literally a shit show. And it feels like right now it's not meant for you, right? It does feel like good fortune, right? You see the fortune card in this card, not for you, right? It's kind of hard to see. I should probably turn down that light. I do apologize. These cards are lighter on the camera. It feels like, yes, you know, wanting this to take place, right? Wanting regeneration, wanting renewal, right? But not having it, craving it, right? Feeling like the ending was a shit show, hoping for the connection, wanting to reconciliate, but also still fixated on the connection. So it feels like fixated on a connection because it's not there, right? Again, wanting and desiring it to come back around. Regeneration is also number 46, right? So obviously 4 and 6 is 10, right? So endings and new beginnings. This feels like things coming back around, but it feels like, and maybe that's what this is. Maybe this person comes back around a lot. Again, maybe you guys still are friends here. I don't feel like that's really the case, though. I'm getting smoldering, right? Like, it's glowing, but it's also like a real low glow. You know, like a fireplace when the fire starts to go out and it's just those red ambers, right? That's what I'm getting. Universe, show me more, please. I'm waiting for a kid to come in the background. Deep knowing. So it feels like, and remember you guys, free will is here. So if I say something that doesn't feel right, that's not to say that, you know, everything else I said doesn't apply to you. Just whatever doesn't feel right, again, just let it go. That message may be for someone, it may not. It feels like I've been waiting, but in this time that I've been waiting, I know, right? I just know what I feel. I know what I feel when it comes to starting things over. I know what I feel when it comes to, and again, this start over may not even be starting over with this person. It could just be starting over after this person has ended things with you, and again, finding that energy for yourself, right? You know, putting that energy back into yourself. So for some of you guys, it is wanting reconciliation. For others of you guys, this is wanting just to be balanced yourself, right? Tired of not feeling whole, tired of feeling incomplete because of what you've gone through. I'm getting embarrassment though, so this feels like I'm embarrassed for, I don't know if it's I'm embarrassed for what I've done, because again, I'm getting, you know, you do feel like you've made some poor choices, so it could be you're embarrassed because you feel like you made poor choices, but I feel like the embarrassment is coming from how much time you've waited. So I feel like who I'm speaking to right now has waited a long time for reconciliation with someone. Yeah, you know, just really wanting peace with someone. You're also receiving the card of why. So this feels like, okay, why did this happen, right? Why am I going through this? Why am I having to wait so long? How long do I have to wait for peace? How long do I have to wait, period, right? Why do I have to wait? Why do I have to wait for this happy ending? So, yeah, we have mending coming through too, and message in a bottle. And again, with this loyalty and this loyal heart. So this feels like, you know, you've lost yourself by things ending with someone, and this is craving mending, craving renewal, craving regeneration, asking yourself why I went through what I went through, why I have to wait for this person. But you're loyal, right? You're loyal to this person. Mending is card number 52. So even though you're loyal to this person, you're deathly afraid, right? Afraid that it won't be mended, afraid that things won't come back around. So there is a problem mending things here. Waiting to mend things, waiting for this person to communicate. To be fair, waiting, right? For the scales to be balanced back out, right? Waiting for things to be fair. So this is craving justice, craving renewal, knowing, right? Intuitively knowing that you'll have peace, intuitively knowing that things will be mended, but waiting for it, right? So even though you want things to be renewed and you trust and you know that there will be renewal, that this person will come back around, that things will be mended, you're still deathly afraid that it's not. So as much as you know, you also doubt. As much as you intuitively feel, you're scared as well. Orphans at the bottom of the deck, so feeling out of place, feeling like you're not fitting in, you're not where you belong, feeling left out in the cold, abandoned by this person who, again, treated you like a shit show, made you feel like a shit show. And it's interesting because love is right under that. So even though this was chaos, even though it was embarrassing, even though it feels like a lot of bad choices and bad mistakes, there was still this love here. There still is this love here. But it feels like needing to detox what this love has done, right? Needing to detox, again, going back to what you're keeping in, right? Going back to what you've been keeping inside, what you can't express. And it feels like the reason you can't express is, yes, one, because you need this person to communicate with, but this person has left you, again, distant, that they're cold, they're distant here. You're also getting a leg up, so it feels like the problems that you're encountering right now, right? The wanting to mend things, the desiring to mend things, the intuitively knowing, but also so deathly afraid of it. It's giving you a leg up here. It's preparing you. It's giving you, again, it's giving you advancement here. Feels like the challenge is, you know, this cold energy. So it feels like right now, collective, what you're really feeling is the absence. What you're really feeling is the coldness, right? The not having who you want beside you. I'm also getting, obviously, twin flame energy coming through with the to be fair, right? Right, justice energy. I'm also getting Libra. This feels like wanting someone to surrender or wanting to surrender yourself. We have yang energy, masculine energy. So wanting a masculine to surrender. Wanting a masculine to bring justice to the situation. Yeah, I feel like obviously the Imagine card's coming through, so you dream of this a lot, right? You dream of justice, you dream of peace. But again, I feel like you're constantly asking yourself in your head, why did things go the way they did, right? Why am I having to crave this? Why do I feel like I'm going to have this, right? But why am I so afraid of it? Again, it feels like you're just constantly questioning when it comes to this masculine, if you'll have peace, if things will be fair, right? If things will be mended here. It's almost contradicting because it's like, okay, yeah, I intuitively know something, but I'm afraid it's not going to happen. Universe, let's get one more card here. I'm getting drained. I'm getting tired. So again, it just feels like going back to that toxicity in the very beginning for the collective message, right? Holding on to these emotions, holding on to what you feel, but not releasing it. The constantly thinking and asking yourself why, but not releasing it, right? This toxicity that you're creating in yourself, it's creating more confusion, it's creating stagnation, it's creating blockages, it's creating barriers. But at the same time, those blockages, those barriers are giving you that step up, that leg up, right? So that advancement here. I forgot what I was talking about. Forgetful, right? Why am I being so forgetful? Oh, okay. So you're trying to forget this person. You want to, right? You're loyal to this person, though. You can't, right? You're getting loyal heart. Soul tribes coming through, right? Calling in your tribe. This feels like, you constantly think. I'll check the comments in a minute, you guys. I'll take breaks here every now and then, and I'll just kind of go back through the comments. This feels like you constantly think about how you want your home to be, like how you want your family, like you envision, right? You know, right? Again, this is going back to what you intuitively feel. So you know what it is that you envision. You trust in what you envision. You trust in what you dream about, right? And it's like you really literally can see this person, right? You can see the family. You can see the working together in a home, right? It's like you're fantasizing about the home life with this person, right? The community with this person, how it would be with this person, loyal to this person, but it feels like you're also trying to forget this person because it feels like you've had to wait forever for this happy ending. It feels like you're still waiting for this happy ending. Constantly questioning, why am I waiting so long? Why do I have to wait so long? Feels like you're waiting on a masculine energy, or again, you know, this feels like waiting on a masculine to communicate, to create things. Absolutely. Universe, that final card. I may have put the card back in the deck. Again, I'm feeling very forgetful. Yes, one, it's because I'm live. I'm extremely exhausted. I woke up at 5 this morning. It just feels like I can't stop. Like I can't stop. I can't sleep. I can't stop thinking about this. It's driving me insane. Again, this is why universe was saying in the very beginning to get out there, to meet new people, to get laid, right? To get your mind off of whatever this is. Universe, that final card, please, for this deck, right? We're going to grab more decks here, you guys, too. And then, like I said, I'll go over those comments for you guys. And just keep in mind, this is this is going to be a little bit more intimate, right? Clean it up, right? So again, like those first few cards that were coming out, for some of you guys, you need to unfriend this person. For some of you guys, you need to just unplug from people. You need to unplug from things. This feels like needing to unplug from this masculine communicating, needing to unplug from the constantly thinking about the happy ending. Not that you don't need to dream about it, right? Dream about it, envision it, but this just feels like, it feels like you're confusing yourself more because you're afraid you're not going to get it. So it's almost like universe is saying, just stop with the thinking, just stop with the questioning, right? Just know that it's not happening now, right? Know that while it's not happening, there is this detox that's needed. There is this needing to clean things up, needing to remove, again, all those emotions that you've been bottling up. And it feels like universe is saying, and you know, to be able to release those emotions, you need to get out there, you need to meet people, right? You need to get out there, you need to get laid, right? You need to live life, right? You need to visit, you need to go on vacation, go do something. It feels like, again, this is someone who is staying at home because they're brokenhearted, right? Constantly watching someone, waiting for someone, waiting for reconciliation, waiting, right, to mend things, knowing that it's going to take place, but constantly also doubting yourself, doubting, you know, what you feel, doubting what you know, right? I'm going to take a look at the chats for a minute and see if there's anybody really talking. First visit with you. Hi, Tim. How are you, Tim? Hi, Ivy. Tarot Destroyer. What's up? Yeah, I think that's it. So hi, you guys. I hope everybody's having a good night. Let's get some more messages here. We haven't really got into the reading. I just want to pull some messages so that you guys know who this in-depth love reading is for. So if these messages are resonating for you, 9 times out of 10, then this reading is for you. Deep cellular healing, okay. Physical and emotional healing. So again, this feels like needing to heal from what's ended, okay? This feels like needing to release, needing to, again, remove, needing to live for you. I'm gonna be honest with you guys. And I know y'all are probably tired of the same old readings. Like, you've got to be at some point, right? But I am picking up into your energy, right? I can't make these cards change. It's not a coincidence the same cards come out every time, right? I can sit there and focus on new energy and new love all I want to, but it's like the same cards continue to go out, you know, come out. And again, out of all the cards in these decks, there's no way, right? It's, you know, you get what I'm saying. This feels like, again, being brokenhearted, needing to heal from being brokenhearted, needing to experience new things. It feels like being stuck on someone who you don't have right now, right? And needing to heal from it, right? To even have an option, to even have a chance in the future to heal things, to mend things with, you know, with this person, you have to mend yourself, you have to heal yourself. And I say this a lot, collective. How can you take care of other people if you cannot take care of yourself? And I'm not talking about financially. I'm talking about mentally, spiritually, you know what I'm saying? Physically, yes, right? Tangibly, yes. But as within, so without, right? You can't create a healthy lifestyle if you're not living healthy inside, right? If you're not healthy mentally, if you're not healthy spiritually. So again, you know, these things go hand in hand, right? If you cannot figure out a way to overcome your challenges, best believe you're going to repeat those challenges, right? So absolutely, you know, collective, there is this need to heal, right? There is this need to step up, okay? New solutions and beginnings, right? It's like universe is saying, again, there is something here for you, but it feels like not seeing what's in front of you, not seeing the opportunity in front of you, because again, this love that has hurt you, this love that has ended, this love that made you look like a hot mess. Again, that's what this feels like. It feels like this person ending things with you made you really question your sanity, question your existence. I think that's the most important thing here, is question your existence. And I'm not talking about, like, you know, leaving this world. I'm talking about, like, just who you are, what is meant for you, what you get what I'm saying. It feels like you just really question a lot about what you're willing to deal with, what you're not willing to deal with. But again, it feels like you're still working on that as well here. Again, I feel like you're still healing. Unbound is also coming through, again, needing to release, right? Release yourself from that ending, release yourself from what makes you feel crazy, what makes you feel like a hot mess. Because again, this feels like I made a bad choice, I made a bad decision, or either your person made a bad choice, your person made a bad decision. Now here we are left in left in whatever this is you want to call it, right? It's obviously not a connection, right? It's obviously not, it's not balanced. Okay, why are my cards all different ways here? Trying to keep these all heads up. Like I said, you guys, I am a little tired. I've been up since 5 in the morning, feeding, cleaning, cooking, all that stuff. You know how it works, right? Hi, Kaylee. How are you? Inner Earth, I'm also getting that you need to go within and be stable, right? You need to go within and find stability. You need to go within and find solidarity, right? It feels like, again, it feels like you keep what you feel, what you've been through emotionally, what you're emotionally feeling in. It feels like, you know, you constantly think about the whys, why this is taking place, why you're going through what you're going through, why things ended, right? Needing to heal from that. But I'm also getting, I'm getting again that what you experienced, what you went through depleted you, right? It made you not feel like who you really are, right? So again, it feels like you're not who you are. I don't know why I'm getting that. It feels like either this person has made you change that much, or again, this person has caused this entrapment, right? This bounding, right? Because you're getting unbound here. Again, needing to release yourself from this, needing to release yourself from this person. It feels like, I'm getting this, like, you know, again, remember what I was saying in the very beginning, it feels like no matter what you do, no matter where you go, it just feels like you constantly find yourself still thinking about why things happen, why, again, it feels like you can't get a break, right? You can't get a break from this, but needing to release yourself from it, needing to release and heal from it. I'm getting, because obviously if you don't, right, those cycles are going to repeat here. Again, how can you attract a healing to take place with this person if you can't, or if you're having difficulties healing yourself, right? We have cracked open, rock bottom, surrender to the alchemy of life. Again, it feels like, I mean, I don't think I could get any clearer here. It feels like universe has created this separation. Universe has created these emotions, this broken heart, this, again, what feels like failure, right? Has created this failure for you to open you up to the possibilities of something else. It feels like I'm hung up on this person who has hurt me. I'm going crazy over this person who's hurt me. Needing to survive. It feels like this person is slowly killing you, right? Because we were getting the time, the waiting for this person, the asking why you're waiting for this person. Universe saying, get out there, get laid, meet people, right? Again, needing to heal. Mystic teacher, surrender. I'm getting that, and I'm going to use my personal experience here because, again, I wouldn't be able to even relate to you guys if I hadn't gone through heartache myself, right? Yes, I'm in a relationship now and I love my partner, right? I love my life, but it took a lot of heartache. It took a lot of drug addiction, alcohol, right? I've been sober for a long time now. Now, not 420. I'm 420 friendly. I was born on 420, so hello, right? I don't consider that a harsh drug. It's just my personal preference. That doesn't mean you guys have to agree with me. But my point is that if I hadn't gone through what I went through, I wouldn't be able to relate to you guys. I wouldn't, because I'm in a relationship, right? So I wouldn't be able to relate to what you're going through, that heartache, that separation, that anxiety, that all of it, right? Unless I had been through it. And again, I'm getting teacher, and I'm getting needing to heal, and I'm getting this needing to just finally surrender to the destruction, needing to surrender to the ending, needing to finally unbound yourself from what no longer exists. It feels like you're meant to help others. It feels like you're meant, maybe you are a teacher, right? I mean, obviously we're going to get into this love reading, right? I just wanted to speak to you guys a little bit and again, get you guys on the same track here when it comes to this reading. Because again, I don't want you guys to get into this love reading and the messages not be for you. I'm losing cards here. It's okay though. I remember soul plan, the fated life versus the destined life. See, now I had this conversation before and I was misinformed, and I still feel like I don't fully know the answer to this. Maybe some of you guys know this. The difference between what is destined and what is fated. Some people say that destiny and fate is the same thing. I feel like sometimes you can go against what is destined to, destined for you and fate things. My personal opinion on the difference between fate and destiny is that fate is something you decide and destiny is something that is destined for you. Now, like I said, a lot of people feel that fate and destiny are the same thing and vice versa. So again, take it how it resonates, but I just feel like there is this going against what is meant for you, going against what is destined for you, and fating the situation by staying stuck on what has ended, okay? Fall into my arms, right? Again, this is about the extremes of life. This feels like radically feeling things on both sides here. It feels like being in something so beautiful and then also feeling the ending and not having something that was so beautiful. So it feels like feeling both extremes. So absolutely, you can almost guarantee that this is going to make you very like hot and cold, right? Your birthday is 4/19. Oh, that's what's up. See? It's a good birthday. Again, this feels like needing to surrender to the radicals of life, right? So yes, okay, collective, you had an amazing connection with this person. It was beautiful, right? Embrace it, surrender to it. Yes, you had it, it was there, but it was ended. It was short-lived, right? It's waiting for it still. It's longing for it still. It's the radical side of not feeling this person and feeling the absence, right? So embrace it, right? So again, it feels like what you're doing is you're going into the feels of what you used to have, right? Being in nostalgia, right? Just remembering things, the memories with this person, and then it's very quickly going to, oh wait, but I don't have this person. So then it's the mourning, then it's the longing. So it feels like missing, longing, right? Yearning, longing, remembering, longing, right? So it's this back and forth, right? Real extreme here. So best believe it can get you in a moody energy, collective, right? Absolutely. If you're feeling hot and cold with this person from 1 minute to the next, best believe when you move around, you're going to be hot and cold with people around you, right? You're going to feel hot and cold with yourself. And going back to the overall message with just to not lose who you are, to not forget who you are, to not forget what you deserve, right? To not let what feels like failed love, right? Keep you failing in life, right? So obviously, let's get into the love reading, right? I just wanted to kind of, pull out some messages, kind of see who's coming in, right? What messages are for you here. Help people, give back, do good shit for humanity. Again, with that masculine energy. Straight up, this feels like just needing to do things for you. Absolutely. Needing to do things for you, needing to do things for others, right? This feels like this person hasn't done anything for you, or at least not in this energy, right? They're not doing anything for you. And since they're not doing anything for you, it's like universe is trying to tell you, well, stop doing for this person who's not doing for you, do for people who do, right? So, and if you don't have people in your life that do for you, maybe it's time for you to go volunteer at like a homeless shelter, or, just, again, maybe it is going out because you don't go out anymore. Again, maybe it is meeting new people. For each of you guys, it's going to be different, but it just feels like I'm going to stay inside. I'm not going to let anybody know why I'm staying inside. I'm not going to let anybody know why I'm hurting or what I think about. I'm just going to live with this on my own, right? I'm not going to express it. I'm not going to release it. It's just going to build up and it's going to destroy me over time, right? So that's what this feels like. So let's get into your love reading. Again, I was really pressed on time, you guys. I was also like 20 minutes late. I told you guys I'd be on at 8, and it was like 8:20, 8:30 when I hopped on. My hair is still wet. It's not even fully dried. I fed the kids right before I hopped on. That's actually why I was so late. So you may see a kid pop in and out. Usually they're pretty good about staying in their rooms while I'm recording, but you know how kids are. They're unpredictable, right? So let's kick this off here with the Sacred Hags Oracle. You guys know this is one of my favorite decks if you guys have been following me for a while. I love the color. I love the meaning. I just love everything about this deck. Now, I go with what I intuitively feel. Yes, I do read the books. Yes, I do study the books. but I am an intuitive tarot reader, right? So I go with what I see, what I feel, and what I hear, right? First card coming through, we have Secrets of the Sea, card number 54. Okay. 5 and 4 is 9, right? 9 circle completion. So this is that happy ending that you're waiting for, right? That happy ending that you want this person, right, to bring you. It feels like they have the key to your heart. Absolutely. Something feels forbidden, right? And I don't know if that's coming from your energy or this person's energy, but it feels like, again, remember when I was saying it feels like you're holding things in? It feels like one of the things you're holding in is these emotions that you have, and it feels like you have to keep it secret, right? Could also be your person here keeping it secret. Either way, there's things not being expressed, there's things not being communicated, there's confusion, right, when it comes to where one stands with the other. I feel like the challenge, how can I say this? It feels like greed. It feels like wanting things to be perfect, right? But it feels like greed's attached to it. So I want this for myself and I want it to be absolutely perfect. Again, there's a lot of emotions here that have been broken. There's a lot of emotions here. It feels like a hole in your heart. It feels like a hole in your life. It feels like a void in your life. Because this person is your happiness. This person, this masculine, this is definitely a masculine that is wanted. A masculine, it's craving communication from a masculine, right? It's craving a masculine to fix what they broke, right? And I say they because, again, sex non-specific here, right? Gender non-specific. We all possess masculine and feminine, you guys remember that. It's up to you to use discernment to figure out who's in their masculine, who's in their feminine. I just feel like you can't express what you feel, right? This person's not expressing what they feel. It feels like you can't have them. It feels like they can't have you. Someone feels like they can't have the other. Maybe it's both of you guys, but feels like it's a problem for one and it's a fear for the other, right? So it feels like one of you guys is afraid that you'll be broken emotionally forever, and the other one has a problem because it's like, what I feel I'm forbidden to speak on, what I feel I'm forbidden to act on. So this feels like, I mean, obviously, right, ancestral cursage, right? This feels like restraints, right? Whether this is community, this just feels like I'm expected to act one way, right? But what I feel is something different. But I can't act on what I feel and I can't speak on what I feel because then again, it goes against how I'm supposed to act. It goes against who I'm supposed to be. So it feels like someone is wearing a mask. Absolutely. It feels like someone, motorcycle. Apologies, you guys. Okay, so what is it? The Seven of Swords. And I believe it's in the light Seers deck. There's a motorcycle, the guy on the motorcycle, and he's taking off, right? Taking off real quick. And Chinga, right? I'm out of here, peace, right? So again, it feels like the masculine took off quick, or again, doesn't matter, right? You could be dealing with a male, right, who is in their feminine energy. You could be dealing with a female who's in their masculine energy. So again, sex is non-specific here. This just feels like whoever is more predominantly in their masculine energy likes to talk a whole lot and not do. And it feels like that's where a lot of these broken emotions are coming from, right? It's leaving this void because I'm going to come in and I'm going to say, I love you, right? I want to move forward. I feel this. I want to spend the rest of my life with you. But just as quickly as I say it, I'm out. I'm booking it quick, right? I'm running. And then I'm going to run and tell everybody, right? So this feels like games, right? This feels like player. This feels like the mask. And we did see the Justice, right? We did see the Libra. We did see number 11. So again, this does feel like the typical twin flame journey, right? Masculine being the runner and feminine being codependent on this masculine who ran. Needing to heal from the codependency, right? Needing to release to, again, it feels like the second this masculine ran, it put a hole in the feminine, right? It put a hole in the heart space of this feminine, right? A broken heart here, absolutely. It does feel third party-ish, so it doesn't necessarily mean that this person went into another relationship, but absolutely they played around, right? Absolutely. Again, it feels like I'm gonna hurt you. I'm gonna show you what I'm doing on social media. And again, it feels like you guys stayed friends on social media for a while, or at least it feels like you can see each other's social media in some way. And maybe, again, for some of you guys, you need to block this person. You need to unfriend them. You need to release from them, because again, it feels like I'm going to show you what I'm doing to hurt you, right? I'm going to intentionally post these things to hurt you. Constantly thinking about the passion, though. There was a lot of sex here. And if it wasn't sex, it was just definitely that enticement, right? Wanting it really bad here. There was some resistance with that. Interesting enough, right? The Rebel card, Dance with the Rebel Heathens. Card number 46. So again, with that ending, right? Those new beginnings. I mean, this is being focused on the connection, right? Being focused on rekindling, you know, mending what's been broken, right? Mending what's ended, fixing, right? The failure of love, right? Again, this feels like I loved you, you ran, you broke me. And then it feels like the masculine who ran said, screw what I feel, because I can't act this way, right? I've got to act a different way here. At the bottom of the deck, we have the Witch's initiation, right? So this is the desire to initiate things. This is the desire, and again, number 29, right? 2 and 9 is 11. So desiring the twin flame journey. Remember, you guys, I don't know how many of you guys have been with me for a while and how many of you guys are new here. But I had a discussion about the twin flame journey, right? What's the difference between a soulmate? What's the difference between a twin flame? Remember, when you feel that this is your twin flame, regardless if you feel they're karmic or not, because everybody's karmic. Okay, we all live karmic cycles. We are all toxic. We can all be toxic at times. So even your counterpart can be toxic, right? So I don't like when readers really say, oh, this is a toxic twin flame, because it's still your twin flame, regardless if they're in a toxic energy or not. Just know that when your twin flame's in a toxic energy, clearly, there's going to be work that needs to be done. There's going to be separation. Just keep in mind, you guys, that the twin flame journey, if you feel this person is your twin flame, it's important to know that reconciliation, rekindle only comes from you being whole, right? Because the twin flame journey is the path to self, right? And it's two independent paths, right? Independent paths, right? Both seeing that truth and both acknowledging that truth, right? One can and the other may not, right? So again, just keep that as an open mind, right? I don't like to put dates. I don't like to put times on anything, right? We all have free will, right? And things can change from one second to the next. It feels like this person ignites your soul, right? I'm getting your dance partner, right? Wanting this person to spend the rest of your life with, to dance with this person. But again, I'm getting 3 parties. Both of these cards have 3s, right? 3 individuals here. I mean, and it could be that both of you guys played around, right? Maybe I'm dealing with both of you guys here. Maybe at one point you were in your masculine and now your person is, or vice versa. Maybe both of you guys are in a relationship. It's kind of hard to say in this energy. Obviously, I don't have a whole lot of cards on the table, but I'm also not getting for some reason, I'm not getting strong commitment. But that's not to say that there's not a commitment here. I'm just getting a single masculine for some reason, but I am getting player energy and I am getting third party. But I'm also getting, the way I'm supposed to live my life, not living my life the way I truly feel. So there's this desire to heat things up. There's this desire to experience this connection, to live this journey, right? To dance. There's this fixation on this, right? So I'm focused and fixated on my soul being ignited. I'm focused on what's ahead. I'm focused on my twin flame, right? But there's still this hole, right? There's still this broken ship that's sinking. don't know why. It just feels like I don't know what to say. I don't know how to say it. I don't know why I do what I do. So it feels like, and maybe it's you, maybe it's this person. It's just, it feels like, I don't know why I love this person. I don't know why I continue to hold on. I don't know why I feel what I feel. I don't know why I know what I know, but I'm so deathly afraid of it, right? I don't know why I'm so held on to this perfection, right? There's a lot of questioning things, but still desiring things. So even though it's being questioned, even though it's being feared, it's still wanted, it's still desired, right? There is still this dream of wish fulfillment. Needing to focus on yourself, right? But wanting to feel the flesh, wanting to feel this person, right? Wanting to ignite that flame. Remember when I was getting that forbidden energy? We have the Calyx crag at the bottom. I can't speak. Sorry, I'm going to read the comments for a minute, you guys. Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Is it going back to the fate and destiny thing? I thought fate was when you fated things, right? When you went against. Well, I mean, I guess that would be free will, though, right? Fate would be free will. You'd have the free will, right, to make poor choices. You have the free will to hold on to things that aren't meant to be held on to. You have free will to overcome. You have free will to do those things. But even though you have free will, doesn't mean that the man upstairs or the universe or the raw energy itself doesn't have a different plan for you. So that's where I was kind of at with the whole destiny and fate thing. But again, someone told me I was wrong. So it is to each their own, I guess. Awesome, Tim. I'm getting lusty. I'm getting tangible, right? I'm getting... and this is what sucks, okay? And I speak from experience here. I know how this feels. When someone separates, right? When someone pulls away, it feels like a death, right? It absolutely, and if anything, it's probably worse than a death because you still have to see that person move on. You still have to see that person live their life. That's what this feels like. This feels like I love someone so much. I don't have them. They're not with me. But I see them. I see them living their life. I see them happy, right? And that doesn't mean that they have to be happy. That doesn't mean that they are happy. It just feels like you're seeing this person without you, right? So again, it's that cruel reality that even though this person's not with you, even though things have ended, again, you're still mourning the loss of this person. So it is like a death, if not worse. But it does feel like there was a lot of, again, sex. There was a lot of intimacy. There was a lot of temptation, eroticism. So it feels, again, remember when I was saying it feels like the masculine felt like, okay, even though this feels good and this feels right and I want it, I have to act a certain way. I have to, I have people I have to impress. I have people that are watching me. Straight up, I have people that are watching me, that are judging me. So it feels like this masculine has had to really live under the, I don't even know what you want to call it. Like, what's the word I'm looking for? Like, you have to live by my rules, right? You have to walk the way I taught you to walk. You have to live by the way I raised, right? Do you get what I'm saying? It feels like there was this overall energy of you're going to do these things, right? Even when you're an adult, right? So this feels like I'm an adult, but even though I'm an adult, I still can't live life the way I want to. So I feel like what I want yeah, you can say it's denial, but they feel like what it is that they want is lust, right? That it's not real. But interesting enough, it is, because we saw the love card, right? So this is, I'm covering up my emotions. I'm covering up that I really love you here, but I'm going to act like it's just sex. So this does feel like late night booty calls, right? This feels like we're gonna hook up, we're gonna get intimate, and then I'm gonna bail out. But the passion's still here, the broken heart's still here, so the absence of one another is still here, and it's felt both ways here. The full moon walk, card number 41. So the challenge, right? The challenge itself is this walk alone, right? The full moon walk is the walk alone emotionally. Seasons of wild delight is grounding the deck so far. I mean, clearly, right? And again, this is just a mixture of a few things here. I don't like to be that person to tell you what you want to hear. I really don't. And I hate when the cards come out like that, because it takes all of me to hold back, because I want to be that friend for you and just be like, right? Don't waste your time. Don't waste your energy on people who are wasting their time and energy on other things other than you. This feels like learning to walk alone, right? I'm not saying that this person doesn't love you, right? I'm not saying that this masculine doesn't want to communicate. I'm not saying that this masculine doesn't feel the same things, but at the same time, you're meant to walk alone right now, right? You're meant to emotionally love yourself right now, right? To find that balance, to heal. So this feels like needing to heal from what was very tangible, what was very lusty, what went against you, right? Like pulled away from you. It feels like everything you tried to do, this person just right back, right? It resisted, right? Every step you tried to take close to this person took a step back. That's what I'm getting here. And I'm getting that there is this time for you to bloom. There is this time for you to experience things in life, right? To release what has ended here. I mean, clearly I'm going to get into this person's energy and find out, like, you know, I don't know. It just feels like the message tonight is for someone who needs to let go and needs to focus on themselves. You know, I'm not going to sugarcoat things for you here. This feels like you've been trapped, the soul cages. It's also card number 38. Again, 11. This feels like you're trapped by what this person's done. You know, this person is trapped as well. I will say that, yeah. I feel like it doesn't matter. Like, I could sit there and tell you, yes, this person feels for you. Yes, you know, there is this desire for you. Yes, there is this journey for you. Yes, there is reconciliation, right? Yes, there is renewal here. But what does that renewal matter if you're not renewed yourself, right? Because again, that renewal can exist for you, but if you're not whole, if you're not where you need to be, if you're not in your full upright power, it's going to end again. It's going to fail again, because again, the twin flame journey does not come together until both have walked this journey. And it feels like you are walking this journey. You need to walk this journey. You will be walking this journey. But I'm getting it for you and not your person. I'm getting that your person does feel trapped, yes. Right? I'm getting that, yes, this person is fixated on you. Yes, this is a masculine. But I'm also getting that there's an experience here that is constantly being thought about. And it's not to say that it can't be manifested, but again, will it be manifested and will it be successful is the question you have to ask yourself. Because again, what is the point of this person coming back around if it's just going to fail again? If it's just going to burn you again? If it's just going to have you sinking again, right? Tears of an Earth Bride. Again, this feels like tangibly being brokenhearted. I do get that this person is brokenhearted. I do get that this person is trapped, that this person is stuck. But like I said, I feel like right now you're meant to walk on this path alone. You're not meant to be with this person. Even though even though you're still attached to this person and this person is still attached to you, you're not meant to be with this person right now, right? That's why you got the card not at this time. Again, full moon walk, emotionally walking by yourself, standing in your power, right? Standing true when it comes to what you feel, your emotions, what you intuitively feel, right? But still being bound to this person. That's why you got the card of unbound. The wild hunt. Again, this is giving me the vibes of you need to go experience. You need to get back out there. You need to have a few more booty calls, right? This feels like, again, maybe the reason that this connection is so strong with this person is because you haven't intimately connected with anybody else, right? And again, if you know for a fact that you haven't intimately connected with anybody else since this person, then again, that's just this confirmation for you that yes, get back out there. Have a couple of late night booty calls. Again, I feel like I'm speaking to a feminine who, when they lay next to someone and get intimate, they fall in love. So they're afraid to get intimate because they're afraid to fall in love and fail. But I feel like you're supposed to stand alone, right? So this feels like booty calls. This does not feel like going on a few dates and getting to know someone and taking it to the next level. This feels like intentionally meeting somebody, getting intimate with them, and moving on to the next, right? So this feels like needing to be single, right? Needing to be confident emotionally with who you are, where you're going, where you're at. But it also feels like needing to release that attachment to this person that has ended things with you, right? And doing so by filling flesh, getting intimate, right? Being vulnerable. It feels like the reason the attachment with this person is so strong is because, again, the sexual intimacy, it was the last person. You get what I'm saying? This is going back on the hunt. This is going back out there, getting back on the prowl. Storyteller's jewel. So feels like once you do so, this person's going to be talking about you a whole lot. You know what I'm saying? They're going to be talking about you a whole lot. Of course, right? That's what tends to happen, right? That has a lot to do with, you know, the law of attraction. You know, you tend to want what you can't have, right? You tend to want what you don't have. So this is okay, right? This person chose to end things with you and you've been down and out in your feelings, right? You've been holding back, you know, you've been holding back yourself. You've been holding back your own potential, hoping for the potential to start things up with this person. Then it feels like needing to get back out there, needing to experience other intimate connections, right? Getting to know other people. And it feels like when you do so, this person starts talking about you. Did I lose my chance? Right? Deciding to nurture, right? Deciding to be stable. The wild child's prophecy, seeing the truth. It feels like you walk away from this person. I'm gonna be straight up honest with you. In other words, what I mean by that is, yes, this person chose to end things with you. Or maybe you did end things with this person. I don't know. But I do know that when things ended, emotionally, it took its toll on you, right? I feel like because it emotionally took its toll on you, right, it had you really, again, questioning who you were, still questioning who you were, but more importantly, finding out who you are. So it feels like, again, you lost yourself with this person, but it feels like the more you lose yourself, the more you fight this letting go of this person, the more you fight this attachment, right? The more you're going to learn, the more stronger you're going to get. So regardless if you choose to, you know, let go of this ending or to hold on to this ending, it feels like, again, the longer you hold on to it, the stronger you're going to get when it comes to releasing it. But I feel like when you do finally release this person, and it's not releasing this person in the concept of, okay, just because I'm telling you this doesn't mean that, you know, you can't ever talk to this person or that there's never a chance in hell with this person. That's not what I'm saying. What I'm saying is that things ended between you two for a reason, right? And universe wants you to know that you're supposed to be alone right now, that you're supposed to be single, right? This is the energy I'm getting for you. And by doing so, you light that fire under this person's ass, and they start getting the signs, they start getting the synchronicities. Because remember, this is a twin flame connection, right? So opposites attract, right? It creates a ripple effect, right? When you change things for you, it changes the path of your twin flame, right? So again, it feels like you've been hurt, you choose to let go and let go of the ending, not necessarily this person. You choose to move forward for yourself, right? You focus on yourself, you focus on your purpose, you focus on what you know, right? And it feels like, again, by doing so, this person, just like you're attached to this person's attached to you, right? So when you free yourself, this person who is attached to you obviously starts talking, right? They start seeing the truth. They start seeing those dreams, those visions, okay? Sorry, last serious relationship 3 years ago. Ooh-wee. Scorpio female. Oh, so you're the non-committal one. I'm just kidding. The Grandmother's Prayer, number 36. Remember I was telling you, like, I feel like somebody has to, it feels like the masculine here. It is really like, I can only do what I can do because people are watching me, right? I can't really do what I want or what I feel because these people don't approve, right? So I've got to live by other people's ways, right? I feel like this is ancestral cursage, but I also feel like this is this person praying for the answers. So it feels like, again, you lighting your own path, you going after what you want, right? Again, really attracts this person because this is a twin flame, right? They're attached to you regardless. You start doing for you and they start seeing that and they're like, wait, hold up. Are you seeing my person? Do you see what they're doing? Oh man, did you see what they did today? Damn, have you seen where they're going? Man, I'm proud of this person, right? So again, you get this person talking. You get this person envisioning, seeing the future with you, right? Dreaming of the future with you. And I feel like really praying for you. And I do feel like this person starts asking people in their community, these same people that make them feel like they can't do what they truly want, that they have to live within those, it feels like requirements, right? It feels like a job duty, as messed up as that sounds. So if this is family, it feels like it's a job, it's a commitment, it's work, it's not easy. And it feels like not necessarily people pleasing, but yeah, people pleasing, like, right? Like I can't do anything for myself because I got to make sure everybody else is good, right? The unburnable beloved is here though. This is something that'll never go away, right? This is something that doesn't perish, right? This is a very spiritually, right, very spiritually sound connection, right? Definitely a twin flame. Let's see here. Let's go from another deck. We're just going to go through a few decks, you guys. When I start getting tired, we'll kind of wrap it up. Like I said, because I have been up since 5. I am going to be going live from here on out, at least while it's summer and the kids are here. I did a few polls, you guys, and you guys did choose evenings from daytime. However, if I can hop on and go live during the day, I will. My goal is to try to go live at least once a day. Now, weekends is going to be a little bit harder because of the kids, right? Taking them to go see their dad, going to do things on the weekend. So the weekends are going to be a little bit harder for me to go live, but I am going to try to commit to you guys at least Monday through Friday, 8 o'clock every night, okay? For those of you guys who do want daytime live readings, I will try to eventually, okay? I will try. I cannot make any promises here. Like I said, I do have a very, very busy life. It's been very hard for me to be consistent on my channel because of it. But yeah, so let's go through another deck here. Let's see what else universe has for you. I forget the name of this deck. I do apologize. I should have had like some form of organization before I came live, but I didn't. I just wanted to be real with you guys. Like I wanted to give you guys that one-on-one, you know, connect with you guys, chat with you guys, because I've never really done that. When I first started doing my readings, I was going live a lot, but yeah, it's been a while. So, universe, what do we have for the collective? Let's dive deeper into this love reading, please. Now that we know who this message is for, let's find out what the message is. Knight of Swords, okay? So, I have told my mom, and I told a whole lot of people, I truly believe that what you think becomes your words, becomes your actions, right? I truly believe that you can manifest, right? Now, again, the universe may not have something in store for you that you try to manifest, but absolutely, again, what's meant for you will stay, and what's not will go. Knight of Swords, though, this is, I mean, it could be you, right? And if it is you, this is a mature way of thinking. If it's not you, it could be an air sign, doesn't have to be. Again, if it's not you, this is someone who is thinking of things in a more mature way. Okay, thinking of taking actions in a more mature way. Again, it could be you thinking about this person taking action in a more mature way, or it could be this person wanting to take action in a mature way. So again, take it how it resonates. King of Swords in the reverse, this feels like someone who is indecisive. This feels like someone who can be very judgy. This does feel like the masculine. Not so worried, right? Nine of Swords in the reverse. I feel like it's you, though, and I feel like this is you stepping into your masculine energy. You get what I'm saying? Because I feel like in the beginning of this reading, I'm speaking to the feminine side of you, and now I feel like I'm coming into the masculine side of you. And absolutely, it could be the masculine, it could be the feminine. So again, take it how it resonates. But I feel like it's you stepping into your masculine energy, saying, you know what? I'm going to think about this in a more mature way, because clearly I've been kind of lost. I've been depressed. I've been mourning this person, and I need to do something different, right? So I need to take actions in a different way. I need to be more mature here. King of Swords, because I've been too indecisive for too long. So this again feels like, you know, that constantly thinking about the whys with this person. When's reconciliation going to take place? Why hasn't it taken place, right? Again, all that shit. This is that indecisiveness being attacked, being addressed, right? This is, okay, I'm making the decision to be a little bit more mature here, and to do things in a different way this time. This feels like releasing the worry, right? No longer worried about what the future holds. So again, this feels like you releasing the ending that has had its teeth sunken into you for so long, right? I feel like moving forward, you know, it's this energy of I'm not going to worry about what my future holds anymore, right? If it's meant for me, it's meant for me. If it's not, it's not, right? Again, it feels like I'm not worrying about this. I'm letting it go, right? It's too much for me. It caused too much stress. It caused too much sadness. It caused too much grief. And what I refer to causing too much grief is not having the intimate connection that you want, right? Page of Wands. This feels like someone who obviously was really immature. This feels like someone who, again, had that player energy. Universe, show me more, please. Death card, changing, transforming things. Folks, focused, fixated, right? Possibly wanting to get intimate again here. I'm getting that I see, and I hate doing this because here I am telling you guys, you know, universe wants you to move forward, wants you to walk alone. So again, please don't hold on to everything for dear life in this reading, okay? But this does feel like this masculine is changing, is wanting to transform things. But again, it feels like the only reason that is taking place is because legit, you are going after your own ambitions, right? You're going after your own desires, right? You're putting yourself first. You're not worried about the future anymore. You're not worried about the happily ever after with this person, right? It feels like going from this energy of waiting for this person to just finally saying, you know what? I throw my hands up, right? I'm done waiting. It's not that I don't love this person. It's not that I won't always love this person, but I gotta move forward, right? And again, it feels like by doing so, it causes that chain reaction, right? Scorpio energy, interesting enough, Tim, right? Scorpio energy here. Yes, it could be a Scorpio changing, right? That could just be confirmation for you here. I'm getting, there is an experience, right? There is an experience being created by universe, but it feels like there's a lot of things that need to be perfected first, okay? So before things can change, before things can transform, again, that perfection within self is needed. Now remember, nothing is ever perfect, okay? And I'm a perfectionist. I know how that goes, right? You always want to make sure everything is flawless, perfect, whatever. But I've realized with time, the more I try to perfect things, the more I fuck things up, right? And that feels like this energy, right? It feels like needing to perfect things to fuck things up, right? So again, it feels like needing to mess up so much, needing to make so many mistakes so much, needing to be burned so many times by the same one that you love to finally say, you know what, it's time that I just kind of release this. It's time I move forward, right? It's time that I close my ears, right? Like it feels like, again, you were driving yourself insane with the thoughts, and it feels like, again, that's what this is, right? This is no longer listening to those thoughts, right? No longer having that insanity in your head here. I feel like this person, again, because you perfect things, because you focus on yourself, it causes a chain reaction. It causes this person to change, right? It causes the connection between you two to change. Page of Cups, and it feels like this person comes back in and makes an offer, right? Six of Wands, victory, success, right? So again, it feels like this is, feels like you were wanting to know, how do you get reconciliation, right? It feels like I'm answering that question for you. It feels like universe is coming through very strongly and saying, if you want reconciliation with this person, if you want to manifest having this person, that happily ever after, right? Go become happily ever after yourself, right? Be happy by yourself. Walk that path alone by yourself. Be emotionally satisfied. Be emotionally confident, right? Date people, get out there, experience life, and it causes a change with your person, right? Straight up, that's what I'm getting. I'm getting, if you want success with this person, you got to be successful yourself, right? As within, so without. If you are just oozing success and confidence, clearly this person is going to have confidence and want success with you, right? That is the main law of attraction, right? That is what law of attraction is, right? Let's dive a little bit deeper. I don't even know where to go. Let's see. I want to take a look just a little bit deeper into this change. And then from the change, I want to look at just anything that you may need to watch out for, like any dark flags, red flags, dark flags. That's a new one. Red flags. Huh. Interesting enough, dark flag, black flag. That's surrender again, right? Right? Black is surrender? Or am I off? Whatever. Universe, let's dive deeper into this change for collective, please. Deeper into this change, deeper into this mature way. The Devil card, right? So again, in order to have this person no longer be in that toxic energy, creating the toxicity that resides, right? Again, this is going back to those emotions that you have bottled up inside that you can't release. It feels like this person's toxic behaviors, this person's toxic ways created this unhealthy way for you, right? So again, it just rubbed off from this person onto you. I feel like genuinely this person, again, once you do that, right? Once you release the toxicity, right? The things that have ended, the holding on to what no longer exists. Once you do so, you create that chain reaction. This person releases that toxicity too. For some of you guys, you could be dealing with a Capricorn, doesn't have to be. I feel like, again, I feel like this person becomes more mature once you do, right? And I'm not saying that you're not mature. That's not what I'm saying at all. I'm saying that once you mature past this ending, right? So it feels like holding on to an ending that has been gone for a while, right? That has ended a long time ago. Still questioning it, still wanting to know how to get this person back. Universe coming back very strongly and saying, look, once you release that toxic hold, right? The toxic hold that this ending has on you, that's when you'll release this person's toxic ways as well, meaning that this person will start to release their toxicity. Universe, show me more when it comes to this Knight of Swords energy. Definitely some resistance here. We have the Page of Swords, right? So it feels like this person's not saying anything, not communicating, not making any kind of offers here, okay? this is kind of, again, just kind of mirroring you when it comes to that indecisiveness, those words, the thoughts, the constantly questioning, the wondering why, traveling, returning back, Six of Swords in the reverse. I feel like this person doesn't tell you, but yeah, they do think about coming back, clearly, right? I just feel like this person's not mature enough. Straight up. Queen of Swords, right? Somebody was too vulnerable, right? Whether that was you or this person, again, take it how it resonates. But the one who was too vulnerable, the one who was codependent, which I'm picking up on that feminine energy again, it feels like the feminine energy is the one that really needs to not necessarily let go of this person speaking to you or communicating with you, but again, it just feels like it's driving feminine insane, right? And it feels like in order to have this person, and that's only if you want this person to come back, because again, I feel like I'm speaking to those of you guys tonight who want this person back, right? Even though they've hurt you, even though there's this whole, right, even though there's this sinking ship, even though there's drowning on these emotions, it's still wanted, right? Even though it's hurt, it's still desired. I'm getting needing to let go of the communication, needing to let go of the offer, needing to let go of this person returning, and that's when this person communicates, that's when this person returns, right? Again, I feel like for the person who is vulnerable, message for you is just to make sure that you protect your heart this time, right? Because again, if you walk alone in confidence, right? If you're really confident with who you are, what you feel, right? You released anything that's held you back or that's been toxic. You move forward, right? You're in a better energy. You're just a better person in general. You've let go of the remorse. You've let go of the regret, right? You've let go of, again, the things that didn't work out, the things that failed. And it feels like by doing so, again, this person starts, because again, this person's attached to you. It's a twin flame, right? It's that chain reaction. So again, that's when this person starts to do the same thing here. But I feel like, again, what universe is trying to say is that if you really focus on healing yourself, you're going to attract this person in the healed way, right? Again, as within, so without. So if you know you're healed, if you know you're balanced, if you know you're confident, if you know that there's no grief, there's no mourning, there's no sadness still attached to this person's energy, then you know that this person is not going to come bringing you sadness and grief. Does that make sense? Three of Cups in the reverse. I promise you this person is not happy, right? We also have the Six of Pentacles in the reverse, okay? This person did not give to you in the same way you gave to them, and they're not happy, and neither are you, okay? Again, getting that third party energy, so absolutely there could be third parties here. This just feels like, you know, what you did to me hurt, right? The people you chose over me hurt, right? The people you're continuing to live with, it hurts me. And so I feel like that's what this unhappiness is. And again, I feel like, you know, you have to, and to each their own time. So don't feel like it has to be now, or it's going to take you 2 days, or it's going to take you 2 months or 2 years. Don't put a time frame on it. It just feels like, you know, you're not happy, but you've got to find happiness alone. That's this message I'm getting for you. You cannot be happy in a relationship if you're not happy alone. That is an absolute fact, right? If you can't be confident and completely happy alone, you'll never be happy in a relationship. And I'm speaking from experience, okay? And that's what this feels like. It feels like if you can't give to yourself, right? Because look, Six of Pentacles in the reverse, this means that within, you're not balanced, which means without, you're not attracting a balanced connection, right? So this card needs to be flipped, right? It needs to be in the upright. Six of Pentacles, I know what I'm worth. And so I'm attracting people who are worth the same, right? I know my value, and I'm attracting that high value as well. So this feels like, obviously, this person, you know, didn't give to you in the same way you gave to them. And so clearly, it's still here, right? Because it feels like since this person didn't give to you in the same way you gave to them, now that is going on while this person is not in your life, right? So now that this person is not in your life, here you are with still this resentment, this anger, this sadness, this grief, this loss, and this still not giving to yourself because you're still giving to this person even though they're not there, right? So this person still has you even though they don't. And so that's this energy, right? It's I'm taking from you even though I've ended things with you, right? I'm still in your presence. I'm still in your energy. I'm still causing this unhappiness, right? 10 of Wands, I'm still making you carry the weight of what has ended, right? So absolutely, this feels like you're still carrying the weight of the ending. Queen of Cups, waiting for this person to come off for love, right? Waiting for this person to finally be able to, unconditionally love. Look, you unconditionally love this person. We saw love here. This person loves you too. There's no doubt about that. This is just both of you guys needing to really work on yourself, and it feels like the feminine is the one that initiates this chain reaction. Yeah. Universe, let's get that final card here. Again with the motorcycle. Look, there's that Hermit. Remember I was picking up on that in the very beginning? I was like, it feels like, because again, that message for you collective was to get out there, right? To date again, right? To meet new people, to have a few booty calls, right? Again, break the intimate connection you have, the one that you're longing for, the one that you're hoping, right? I couldn't say it right, and I don't know why I did the in quotations. I have no idea. Maybe that was bunny ears. I don't know. I don't even know what I was saying with that. See, I feel like I'm getting distracted. So again, it feels like you need to distract yourself. No. Okay, that makes sense. So you're distracting yourself, right? Instead of actually living life, instead of enjoying your time alone, right? Instead of enjoying this single energy, it's consumed by what no longer is there, right? It's consumed by the ending. So it feels like I'm going to just ignore the real life. I'm going to ignore the experiences that are out there. I'm going to ignore all the people that I could meet, right? All the chances that I could possibly have. And I'm just going to sit here and wait for my person because I know that right now, and again, this goes back to what you know, but also being afraid of it. And that would make sense why you're confused or why you don't know, because it feels like, yeah, you do know, but you're scared of it because, again, you get what I'm saying? It's not really being addressed. It's not really being faced. It's being lived with still. Does that make sense? So again, it feels like an ending has come and went, and instead of allowing that ending to actually close the door and end, you're still living in that ending, right? And so that is this Hermit energy. But I do feel like the longer you sit in, again, that same energy I was speaking about, right? The longer you sit in this rejecting what has ended, right? Refusing to let go of what has ended, the more you're going to get a leg up, right? The more strength, right? The more solidarity, the more force you're going to have from it. So again, free will, right? And everybody's time clock is different. But absolutely, this feels like needing to let go of what has already ended, needing to meet new people, needing to get out there, needing to focus on yourself. And again, remember what universe is saying is when it comes to dating people, this is not dating people for long term. This is literally booty calls, right? You were getting the energy of just needing to break any type of long-term things right now, right? This is, I need to be more confident with what I want sexually, right? This is not necessarily being a hoe. Okay, that's not what I'm saying here. I'm just saying there's this need for you to experience things, to figure out if that's what you want or not, right? To have intimacy with someone else to see if it's better than the last thing you had, or if it's not, right? It may be that, hey, you go and get into bed with someone else and you cry because you think about the person from the past or the person that you want reconciliation with, right? But again, it just feels like there is this need to do so, and there is this need to release, right? To trust people and to meet new people here. So I know this probably wasn't the in-depth love reading that you guys were wanting. I do apologize, but I want you guys to know that I am going to be back on more often. Like I said, I am going to be going live for you guys. I had the intent to get on tonight and to really go really deep in a love reading. I cannot speak. But I did wake up at about 4:35 this morning, and so you can see it, you guys. I'm exhausted. Yeah. So I do want to pull just a few words of advice, some love messages to wrap up this reading. I will be back on tomorrow night at 8 p.m. Tomorrow night we will pull a few like overall messages, but for the most part we're going to dive right into the love reading and get really deep. I want to take a look at your person of interest. So obviously focus on someone. If it's this person from the past, we're going to talk about it. I'm hoping that it's not the person from the past, because I'm going to be honest with you guys, I'm getting really tired of the same thing over and over again. That was one reason why too I just wanted to kind of give you guys these in-depth love readings and collective at that, because I just felt like when I'm doing 12 zodiac signs and they're pretty much the same message every time, it's really hard because it feels very repetitive. But at the same time, I understand that you guys just, you know, you have to go through it, right? You have to, you get what I'm saying, right? So I do want to check over the comments really quick, and then I'm going to pull you guys a few love messages, okay? Hi, Ivy. I don't know if you're still on. I will tell you, Ivy, I don't know if you're still on. If you're still on, give me like a thumbs up or something. I hope you're still on, because I do want to speak on that. I will tell you, I've been with my person for 5 years now. I got with him when I was 37. And who? Ivy Perez. I don't know if Ivy's still on or not. But in regards to her comment, you know, she's saying that she's 38. She would love to reconciliate. Okay, hi. Sorry. Like I said, my boyfriend before this one, I say this one like I have all these boyfriends, but I've been in really long relationships. I've had quite a few long relationships. My boyfriend before him, my ex, gave me hell. And it was very hard for me to let go, but it was more of, there were so many things involved, right? From alcoholism to just PTSD to just not having what I really wanted and knowing that I deserved more. But also too, when I left that situation, I regretted it. Not because I really didn't want to be like where I was at. Like I wanted to get out of the relationship, but what I'm trying to say is that when I did get out of the relationship, I automatically like backtracked. I was like, oh my God, what am I doing, right? Because I didn't want to be alone. I had this fear of being alone. And then I was actually alone for long enough to where I felt completely confident with being alone. Like I didn't want a relationship. I had really told myself that I wasn't going to get married. That, you know, I have 4 beautiful kids, and now I have a 5th with my stepson. But, you know, I really just didn't see myself settling down, right? Well, because I had settled down for most of my life, right? I didn't really become single until I was 37. So actually, no, I take that back. I got with him when I was 35, 36. So I was off on my time frames there. But my point is that I was not looking for a relationship. And I ended up running into someone that I went to school with, and we were just like, we became, initially we just became best friends. Don't get me wrong, we've had our ups and downs, but if it wasn't for him, again, I wouldn't even, you get what I'm saying? Like, love comes to you when you least expect it. And I'll tell you, when I left my ex and I instantly regretted it, like, I really didn't love him. I didn't realize what I thought I did, right? And exactly what you guys are feeling, you know, wanting reconciliation. And I'm not saying that, you know, you're not going to have it, but I wanted it for the longest time too, until I met my person. And then I met my person, and I was like, oh, it makes sense why it never worked out, right? And that's not going to be the case for all of you guys, right? For some of you guys, you will get back with that person. You will have reconciliation, and you will have a happy, beautiful life. But I truly believe in what's not meant for you will go, and what is meant for you will come back. So, but don't give up on love. maybe don't go looking for it. And that's kind of what I was getting in this message was, you know, have a booty call, but don't look for love, right? It feels like needing to just take life a little bit easier, right? To not worry about time running out, right? To just live life. And it feels like once you do so, that's when you start to see the opportunities. Does that make sense? Well, see, and that's also, my daughter is saying hi. Hi, Gabby. You can come say hi if you want to. That's them telling me, Mom, we're tired of being in the room. Can we come out now? That's why my intuition was kicking, right? So let me pull a few cards of ending messages, love messages to kind of wrap up this reading here. Just some ending advice. Sorry, hold on one second, you guys. Oh man, here they come. Y'all asked for it. Y'all want to see my daughters? Like I said, you guys, I will be back. Hi, Brianna. I've got all my family on tonight. Anytime you guys see Vasquez, that's my family. Uh-oh, the demons are chatting up. You hear them giggling. Okay, you guys. So, yep, those are my babies. Those are my girls. They look really tiny. They're 12 years old, though, okay? I have twin girls. They're not identical. They're fraternal. Exactly. And like I said, like, you know, if you intuitively know something, I really feel like the message was just to stop doubting yourself, right? It feels like, again, if you know something, don't be afraid you're not going to have it, because by being afraid that you're not going to have it, you're manifesting not having it, right? By having doubt inside, right? Whether it's in here or here, you create doubt in the relationship. And that applies to a relationship in separation, a relationship in connection, you know. That'd be like in my connection I have with my dude, right? If I started thinking that I deserved better, right? Or I just started really doubting who I was or doubting what I felt in my relationship, it is going to create issues in my relationship. But if I sit there and I try to look at everything as, okay, if I have a hurdle in the relationship, how can I overcome it? How can I see it a different perspective? How can I communicate what I feel? You know, I feel like it takes two to tango. I think that's the biggest thing that I want to stress here, is that it takes two to tango. So if you're willing to work on it, but your person's not, what are you going to do in meantime while your person's not willing to work on it? And I think that was this message coming through for you guys, right? Is again to, in the absence of this person, in the moment of what feels like failure, to just try to create success in your own life, right? To focus on yourself. And I know you may feel like you're running out of time, because remember, time was a huge emphasis in this reading, right? Waiting for a long time, having to wait for a long time, feeling like you're going to wait forever, or feeling like you're going to run out of time. Time is a human construct, and I speak a lot about that on my channel, right? Humans made time, okay? Humans. So it is a human construct. The more you look at the clock on the wall, the more you run out of time in your life, right? My best advice to you when it comes to feeling like you're running out of time, just stop looking at the time, right? Stop looking at it as the days that are passing by. Stop looking at it as another minute, another hour, right? My best advice to you is just to start experiencing life just a little bit more. I know it's really hard to do when you're sad, and I know it's really hard to do when you doubt yourself, but baby steps, right? I know this is gonna sound so corny. You can ask my girls, they'll tell you, well, it's summer, but in the school year, every morning, whether I'm dropping them off at school or they're riding the bus, we have a saying, right? And every morning it is, I am beautiful, I am smart, I am amazing, I can do whatever I wanna do. You get what I'm saying? And it seems so corny in the beginning, right? Even telling my kids to say it, right? But I knew that I did it for myself. I had to do it for them, right? Because you know, you get depressed, you get sad when you're going through things, and It makes you not want to do your hair. It makes you not want to even, you know, take a shower, right? Depression can be a silent killer, right? But you have to find the energy to say, you know, I'm amazing and I can have happiness. I deserve happiness and I will attain that happiness, right? And you can also do that and wish happiness for your person, right? And you can pray for your person. Pray that they will have, you know, the intuitive hits, right? The dreams, all that stuff, just as you. You're very welcome. Sorry, I was a little bit behind. Hey, our mom is the bomb.com. Gabby. It is embarrassing. Yeah, it's nerve-wracking when you go live, that's for sure. Gabby Vasquez is my daughter. She's saying what's embarrassing, because they came on camera for a minute, and she was saying it was embarrassing to be on camera. It's the nerves. It's, you know, they're little girls like me. Yes, being live. That was Sophia? That wasn't you? Okay, sorry. I have twin girls. They're both on here chatting with me. Let me get you guys some ending messages. See, this was my fear about going live, that I wouldn't be able to actually get things done. Honestly, that's why I pre-record and edit my videos, because I usually edit out the, you know, the small chat. But I know sometimes, too, that that's appreciated, so I did want to come live for that one reason. Change, right? Universe is saying to change things. Okay. That's how you get peace, right? So again, this feels like needing to change the way you're thinking, right? Instead of asking why, it feels like instead of asking why, just being okay with it, right? And I know it's not easy to be okay with something that ended, right? It's, how can I explain it, man? When things had ended with me and my ex, and I'll even be honest with you, okay? My current boyfriend now left for about a week. And I mean, woo, when I tell you I was down and out, I was down and out. I had been sober from alcohol at that point for like 7 or 8 years. And the reason he left in the first place was because we weren't communicating. And it got to the point where it just felt so cold in the house that I started sleeping on the couch. And when you start sleeping separate, there's an issue, right? But instead of us actually communicating, we just both stayed silent and it got worse, right? So it created an argument. He left. But when he left that week, let me tell you something, I realized that there were a lot of things that I never told him, right? There were a lot of things that I never said that I should have said. And I also realized something else, that I resorted back to the very beginning real quick, right? So that, again, I was tested, right? And I still went right back to my ways. So just know that even when you think you've overcome things, universe has a sneaky way of sliding something in that'll make you go right back to the very beginning. But I do feel stronger because of it. I hope that helped somebody. I don't even know if they did, but it just feels like things are going to change because you change things, right? And it feels like the change you get is peace, right? It feels like you change things because you want peace, because you're tired of not feeling okay, you're tired of mourning. And again, it feels like by doing so, you create, again, as within, so without. Peace within creates peace within your connections. Remember who you are, return to the roots. What did I say in the very beginning? It feels like you lost yourself, okay? Right? You're also receiving nature and joy. Look, I'm just really getting fun, excitement, single, right? Changing things up. And maybe if you are single, maybe you do need to change things up. Maybe, I'm not really feeling that though. I'm not going to lie. I'm getting overall here that this is just needing to focus on yourself. This is literally just needing to experience life by yourself, right? To date people, right? To go on vacations, to have happiness. this feels like going back to who you were before you were hurt, right? So this feels like doing things that you always craved that you never did, right? It feels like whatever this is that ended between you and this person has just kind of caused you to put your life on pause. It caused you to kind of just not really do anything for yourself. And again, I'm just really getting that you need to change things up. It feels like going from a period of coldness, isolation, to heating things up. I feel like you've been unhappy, and I feel like that change is getting happiness, right? That change is becoming happy. But again, it requires you to tap back into yourself. And I feel like in order to be happy and when it comes to love, in order to be happy when it comes to relationship, you have to be happy, again, by yourself. You have to be happy alone. So again, this is focusing on you, returning back to who you were, right? Changing things. So again, going back to who you were before this person hurt you, right? Before this person failed you, before this person damaged you. So again, you guys, apologies if this reading wasn't as in-depth like I said. But again, you guys, first time going live, I had to kind of break out of the shell a little bit. It is nerve-wracking as heck when you go live. I've probably played with my hair like 20 million times today. So I do love you guys very much. I am going to wrap this up. I'm going to let these kids get out of the room because it's like, what, almost 10 or 11 now? I don't even know. I don't even know how long I've been on. So for those of you guys that are going to be catching this as a rerun and not a live stream, it will seem a little off, but it's okay. For those of you guys that sat here and watched this with me live, thank you. I appreciate it. You're very welcome, Tim. I do hope that 11:15. Okay, South Carolina. Okay, good night, Brianna. So again, I love you guys. I will see you guys tomorrow night at 8 p.m. Tomorrow night we're gonna get deep. Okay, we're gonna get real deep. I want to take a look at the shadow aspects. Okay, so this is going to be not only what you need to work on, but what your person needs to work on, right? Because we are going to be focusing on a person of interest. But we're not only going to look at the shadow aspects, we're going to look at the light aspects too. But I am going to kick it off with the shadow first. Tomorrow night, I also want to talk a little bit about shadow work before we actually get into the reading, okay? I'm planning to go live at 8 p.m. Central Standard Time. Again, you guys remember I have kids, cooking, cleaning, normal duties. So if I am a few minutes late, just bear with me. But it should be no later than 9 p.m. Central Standard Time, okay? So in between 8 and 9, Monday through Friday is where you will find me. For those of you guys who have followed me on Facebook, I have decided to no longer be on Facebook, just for censoring reasons. You can't even joke around on Facebook without them restricting your account. And just as a content creator, you know, I prefer YouTube because if I say too many cuss words or if I talk about things that they don't want me to talk about, they'll still let my video be up. They won't censor me. So for those of you guys who are following me on Facebook, just know that I will not be posting there anymore. I will not be on TikTok. I will not be on Instagram. My platforms will still be there. And if I do post, it'll be very random. I will be posting here on YouTube from here on out. Okay, so the normal regular day-to-day posts, I'll be posting here in the community tab. So make sure you guys are checking out the community tab, right? For my members only, I only think I have like one member, to be honest with you. Okay. But I love you if you're watching or if you do see this video. For my members only, I do plan on going live streaming for my members only as well. There will not be an extended to this reading. I still need to upload Capricorn's extended reading for those of you guys if you are waiting for Capricorn's extended reading. I haven't figured out exactly when I'll be able to pre-record and edit a video again. So they are going with their dad next week. Well, this Friday. I'm gonna go drop them off with their dad till next Friday. So hopefully I'll have a little bit of time to like pre-record a video and get it uploaded for you guys. But for my members only, I will be going live. Now, if there's only one or two of you guys, clearly it's like a personal reading. And if there's only a few of you guys that are my members, then we'll just answer questions for you guys. You know what I'm saying? So if you are a member, email me and let me know that you're a member and let me know a good time for you. And what I'll do is I'll go live. Sorry, do you do past live readings? I can. I tend to not, right? There's a lot of things that I can do, but I truly believe that I am here to help people heal, right? And I think the only reason for that is because I've had to heal myself, and I'm continuing to heal. It's a process, right? It's a constant battle. But I enjoy diving into love because I truly believe that if we want change in this world, the change starts with us, right? That if, again, I truly believe in as within, so without. If you love yourself, you attract people who are, I just feel like we as human beings are always concerned with the perception out instead of the perception in. And the reason I choose love readings and not past life readings or child readings or kids or any of that stuff is because I feel like a lot of us are just brokenhearted. Straight up, I feel like a lot of us carry pain that needs to be released. And I feel like a lot of people just need somebody that they can relate to in order to do so. So, yeah, a little bit about why I do what I do. I used to do personal readings, and I don't do personal readings anymore. I don't have the time, you guys. So, yeah, I think that's it. I will definitely see you guys tomorrow night. Again, apologies for not being in the most cheerful energy tonight. Probably being very monotone just because I'm exhausted. So I'm going to go kick my feet up, throw on something comfortable, and get into bed and let these kids get out of the room because, like I said, they've been in there for a few hours. They're like, okay, Mom, end it. So again, you guys, I love you very much. Namaste. Stay blessed, if I can speak. Have sweet dreams, you guys, and I will see you guys tomorrow night. Mwah, mwah. Bye. Now I gotta come reach up here and end it. You guys have a great night.